Okay. Let me give the stream link again. Oh, yes. Okay. So the dash attack is finally polished. We separated the recovery. We polished the impulse. We did all that good stuff. Now we can actually work on the parrying. I feel. All right. So how is the uh, parrying gonna work? So the problem with this is okay. So for the parrying, what we need to do is once we enter the damage function, we need to pause the time of the game for we're gonna need to pause the game for like a couple milliseconds, and you have this is your window to parry the attack of the enemies. And if you manage to parry the attack, the damage function doesn't continue to execute. Instead, we just exit. And if you don't manage to parry the window, the time frame, we'll what we're gonna have to do instead is to Yeah. So if you don't manage to parry in the timed window, you're just gonna get damaged. Let's continue executing. But the problem with this is that damage needs to be an I enumerator. And can we actually... Okay, yeah, we can actually do this alone. So if you go into the entity class and hold on, did I make a commit? And let's just go to Trello. Polish enemy behavior. Polish dash attack state. That was more what we were doing. And add parrying. So we can have for the entity class, we will just do this. Hold on. We'll make a public abstract I enumerator. Can I return a bool like this? If I do this damage. Damage. Okay, let me see. How can I return a value from an I enumerator? For routine. Search like this. I remember I saw this before, like somebody somehow like just allowed himself to like return a value from a coroutine once it ended. Let me just ask GPT about this. Uh, well, you know what? We don't need to make it into a separate function. We'll just add the parrying, but we need to make it into a state. Sort of. I'm not sure. I may change all of these into like states instead of methods, instead of functions. I'm not sure. Abstract. If we don't want to actually, virtual. Well, let's take a break for now. Uh, it's been 2 hours and I have not taken a break yet. Okay, go take a piss very quickly. Ooh. Yeah. Back fresh to continue the work that must be done. Alright. So we don't actually need to. Oh, I lost my timer by accident. So if we want to parry, we don't actually need to make a damage function that returns a mono behavior. I mean, that returns an I enumerator. We could instead, when we call the damage function, inside of it we could just call another damage function that has an I enumerator. But if we do that, we won't have the flexibility of passing a time value. So that's the problem. So we're gonna have the same parry window for all the enemies. But I think that's fine. I don't think I need to have more parry windows than necessary. Um, we probably actually just need to. I'm thinking while I'm speaking and it's not working. And it's not working at all. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Alright, I know what to do. I know what to do. So if we want to parry, we just call another function inside the damage function that has an I enumerator. And there we do the damaging and the parrying at the same time. So instead, we just remove this, actually, and we go back to the player, and instead, we just need to add an I enumerator for it. Damage coroutine. Oh, but what if we don't want to parry? That's the... Ah. That is the problem. Previously, I used to have an I parryable class, and if that class is parryable, fuck, hold on. That's kind of a pickle. I really hate this separating logic into making everything modular. Because that's kind of a problem. It makes everything more hard to figure out. Like, I can't just go straight in and just type in parry this if this happens. I need to think of how can I make it as dynamic as possible and modular as possible. You know what? For the prototype's sake, I'm not really gonna care much about this stuff. Instead, uh, we're just gonna go ahead and keep the right whatever we want now, and we can clean it up later. We just need to make this prototype as fast as possible, and we don't really care about the code. Like, I always forget about this. Just keep writing the code. It doesn't matter if it's ugly. You just have to keep doing it. That sucks. Whatever, you have to just keep doing it. Need to keep remembering that it doesn't matter if the code is ugly, but it doesn't matter if it's all messed up. Filter. To plan my systems because I have not planned anything yet. Well, I have planned, but I have not planned anything related to parrying. Alright. Uh, oh, the time scale equals 0. I was remembering how did I stop the time. So yield. Uh, And let's just make this could be. Uh, well, I think it's because they're not equal to null. It should be it's null. The game is not even. It's not even continuing. What the hell? Fairy time. You would time scale equals 1. What the? Oh, I think yeah, it's exiting the function way too soon. Or is it? Start coroutine, damage delayed, return through. Why is it not continuing? Parry time 0.25. I should stop the game for a little bit. Just stopping and that's it. Oh, yeah, we have to make it wait for seconds real time. Okay, okay. Players, because wait for seconds is affected by the time scale. So this should be wait for seconds real time. Okay, so it is stopping. But it is kind of jarring when that happens. So we could like make it a bit more less jarring by adding a uh, smoothing for mm, okay. But the problem with the parrying so far is that we don't know who's damaging us. So we could, if we wanted to, uh, just pass in the information of who's damaging us in the damage function. Yeah, just for now. So it needs to be an entity attacker, let's call it attacker. That could be null. And we just need to add it in the entity class as well. And in the state machine, if you go to the state machine, entity core, the entity core has an entity. Oh, okay, okay. Um, and since entity core inherits from entity, so we kind of have the same thing. And if I go to the state, every state has an entity core, doesn't it? And all I need to do is in the attack states, when I do that dash attack, if I go in here, if I pass in the entity core, and the player will float. I know. Yeah. If he attacks us and we parry, he should die. The execution stops completely if I do this. It should not stop if I do this. I'm I'm not breaking. Well, it should break on its own. While timer is less than or equivalent to parry time. Plus equal time dot delta time. Yeah, the completion time since the last frame. Okay, but why is it not increasing? Unscaled delta time? Oh yeah, that was scaled delta time. How do I parry? Hold on, let me check if I'm parrying anyways. I don't think I have a binding for it. Go to log. Right. You know what? Actually, let's just go the old way. Put manager dot put key down. Key code dot mouse 0 1. I think it's 1. Right click is 1. Dude. So technically now, if he attacks us and we parry, he should get killed. He should die as well. Fuck it, I don't think this is right click, but just put E, it doesn't matter. E. And remove this. And if let me just move these guys away from each other really quickly. Give me the dash, I put him over here. Let me maximize. Oh, I'm not pressing E. Well, I parried, but he's not dying. It says in the bottom corner, like, yeah, I am parrying. Yeah, I parried twice, but I don't think the enemy class, the enemy set up properly. Hold on. The entity, if I already have a damage function assigned, damage, and if damage, and should die. Oh, I have it as equal. Okay. Alright, alright. So if I need to go into where is the light enemy class? Enemy light, enemy light. And if I override the die function, public void. Actually, you know what? Let me just do it in here. And if you want to, we can override it. Okay. Or maybe not, maybe not. I kept this for a purpose. I did this for a purpose. Go down here. Public. Override. Die. Base die and game object. Destroy. Just destroy game object. Now the enemy should die. Yep. He's still pushing me and damaging me. Oh fuck. There's no way to tell when. Hold on. Object reference is not sent to the system object. Oh. Okay. This one for this guy is not set. But yeah, it's working, and yeah. So yeah, the pairing is functional. We just need to. So if attacker is not equal to null, we damage the attacker. And if we manage to parry in this time, bool dot is parried. Equal to false by default. This is false. This is parried. So if we parry, if is parried, we just skip all of the damaging stuff. We don't get damaged. So if is parried, oh no, yields break. So I don't get damaged, I just get knocked back. I get impulsed. Alright, and we need a way to spam, to check for spamming the parry button. Oh, why is this guy is damaging us, but it does not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot to uh, set the coroutine to null, damage coroutine equal to null. That's why we weren't getting damaged or anything. How's the stream, by the way? Yeah, cool. Okay. I think we can do something else as well to improve the damage function. So it would be a lot less annoying to work with. We could just as well, if we wanted to, go to the entity class and give it some sort of action callback. Give it some sort of action to do once you get damaged. And we could do this in here. Action, invoke. just need to add the action in here as well. Action, what's no. And in here, action, fix this evoke. And we could do this as well inside here, so just do this. Reduce, make it cleaner. And what is the problem? It seems okay. Go back to the dash attack state. We could just pass in the impulse target in here instead. And this way, we will not get impulsed even if we parried. Let me do the same thing for the punch attack state. If I go into target damage, and we just pass in the impulse target, and we just pass in the attacker, the entity core. Yeah. So now both enemies should be functioning fine. Should be parryable, and they should not knock me back if I manage to parry them. Yep, he doesn't. Hold on. I could spam it if I wanted. Yeah. Card potato has been destroyed, but we're still trying to access it. Huh. Julia Bahi? I really don't know. But welcome, Murtuza Godil. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure what language is this, but welcome, anyways. I'm not sure why it is giving me type guard potato has been destroyed, but I'm still trying to accept. Even though I set the base dive, okay. Okay, so if the game object equal to null. Put this on shuffle, by the way. So this should not give us any more null references. I don't know why, even though... Oh, there we go. Okay, but the problem with this is I could spam the parry button and I don't really get any... I don't really get damaged if I'm spamming it. So yeah, if I'm spamming the parry button, I should skip the... get damaged immediately. Skip the check. I don't know, destroy this? What do I do? I'm not sure why I'm getting an old reference. No, it's not destroy this. This doesn't work. This dot game object. First time having like having a problem with destroying an object. I don't know why it's giving me like I'm still trying to access it while it's destroyed. Am I destroying it somewhere before? Hold on, who's player clone? Oh, hold on. So when I press on the error, it highlights the player. So I'm assuming that the player is calling the mm, I'm still assuming that the player is still trying to access the target, the attacker, the enemy, but even though it's destroyed somewhere. Hold on, where is the die is referenced? Base.die, base.die, base.die. Let me just Google this real quickly. Uh, it's to be accessed. Hold on. Okay. So it's giving me this dialect one. So the guard potato is being the one that. So when it says the reference, it says on the guard potato, like it's still trying to be accessed, but I think I know what's the problem here. Maybe I should just have it inside the guard potato, like the deepest. I don't think it would make a difference, but let's just have it inside the child class, like the. I really doubt it will make a difference, but I'll do it. Oh, I think I know what's the problem. Uh, hmm. Okay, so where's the player? Okay, so when I press the parry button, when I keep spamming it, I think it takes time for the garbage collector to understand that this object doesn't exist anymore. But I do have here that if the attacker is not null, huh? So yeah, if the attacker is not null, damage him, and yeah. Okay, hold on. Just remove this. But we do have a way to detect if the actual object is destroyed, so we can just check if it is active, is alive, destroy. But because base.die it says it's alive to the walls when it gets cold. So hopefully this should stop this from happening. This null reference. I really hate these small problems. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So because we're calling is alive first, it, we can do this, actually. Yeah. So if it's alive, destroy game object, and then base.die, but this will give us a null reference, so I don't know if this will work. Yep. Here we go. It worked. Even if I'm spamming it, it doesn't give me a null reference now. Cool. So let's just commit this basic vary. And let's just allow the player, when the player dashes, let's just allow him to actually kill the enemies when you dash into them. Because this functionality was gone while I was reworking the code. So where are we? Enemy.damage. Well, it should work. Why is it not working though? Damage enemies in path. If it's damage, if it's dashing and it's not dashing, damage enemies in path. This should function the same, but it's not functioning. Is it the player doesn't have the damage area for the dashing not working? Hold on. If I go to the player, hold on. Here. No, it is set up. It's all set up. It's always exhausted. Reach enemy within damage area. Okay, enemies within damage area. I think we're not getting any enemies inside the damage area. Way back. Yes. Enemies layer. Is the enemies layer set? Player move. Dash enemies. I think they're not set to the correct layer. Hold on. بابا كله تمام. ماشي في شيء. Okay, I need to actually end the stream early today because I need to go somewhere. But we can still work for a little bit more. The layer is correct. Yeah, the layer is correct. I don't see why is it not getting detected. Oh. Okay, wait, never mind. Well, we are getting the component of type enemy, and guard potato is of type enemy. With component. But we are getting. Okay. Enemies dot count. Let me just check how much enemies we are getting. Hello, Liam Toons. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I just opened the chat again right now. Well, why now it works? It wasn't working earlier. But it seems it's working fine. Okay. I thought it was a problem, but it turns out the damaging is not a problem. Okay, well, all what we have to do is now prevent the player from spamming the parry button. And I already had something like that implemented. Let me just look where I just... Well, alright, so I need to go at like 3:45, so I've got like 15 and another 15 minutes, so like half an hour left for what we can do. So it's just 30 minutes. Okay, so I have the script for parrying. I just need to get from it if this can parry is parryable or is spamming, not is spamming. Okay. So if spamming is spamming parry inputs. Alright, so we have this function that we can use. And we have a function for reset spam. And yeah, so I guess we just need these two. Where do I even use this? Okay. So after I finish the parrying stuff, I reset the spam. So let me go back up to the spamming parry input. I'll just copy over these two functions and go in here, just chuck them in. And we just need to create some variables, spam cache, routine, spam cache. And we need a spam window cache. Oh, spam cache is a... Hold on. Oh, it's, I guess it's an int that can be null. Yeah. And we need a bool for is spamming. Is spamming. Parry mechanic in what game? In my game. I'm working on a parry mechanic in my game. I'm not sure I understood what you mean exactly. But yeah, so let me show you what I mean exactly, and let me just fix these real quickly. That for spam, I just put 0.1f. I don't know, just for now. Let me show you what I mean for the parry. Oh, nice. Just asking about the game. Yeah, it's still quite early. Like this is just prototyping. I'm just experimenting. So yeah, you can see here the enemy is this purple circle, and he dashes into me to damage me. But you can notice like there's a little pause when he hits me, and that is my window to parry. So if I press parry that window, he dies. And same in here. But this guy instead, he punches me and instead of dashing. And if I parry just at the right time. Oh, okay, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, he'll die. Now, currently I can spam the parry button and I don't want you to do that. So if you spam the parry button, you're just gonna get damaged instead. So what you have to do, you have to press the parry button just in the right time, in that window that you have. So the parry, where do I check is spamming? I check if he's spamming the parry button in the update function. So I have to go in here and create an update for each update, and it's spamming. Spamming parry input, and here and he's here in the while loop where we check for input if he's spamming the parry input. We just do, and he's not spamming, not is spamming, and if he's spamming, it will just skip it and continue normally. And yeah, and in the end, where we yield break, we just reset the spam, and same over here, reset spam. And let us just first check. We'll just do a check for checking if the player is spamming. So debug.log and check if he's actually spamming. Is spamming. And put this spamming. And currently I just need to, hold on, where do I check for the input? And if he's pressing parry, okay, we just need to switch this with input, get key down, keycode.e. And now if we keep our eyes on the console, I'm gonna spam the E button, and if it turns to true, then we know it is working, like the spam check. Let me disable the maximize. Okay, so it's currently as false. I'm spamming, but it's not actually turning true, even though I'm spamming. Okay, well, let's check the logic, because I wrote this function ages ago, and I'm not sure what it does anymore. So if it's pressing parry equals true, it's pressing parry. What? Why do why do I have this? If it's pressing parry, then set is pressing parry to true. I'm not sure I did this. Okay. If spam cache equals to null and is pressing parry, spam cache equals to 1. Then we start the coroutine, reset spam window. Then we go to the reset spam window. Here we just reset the spam cache and reset the spam window. Okay. Hold on, let me just make the resets, the parry time to be like 1f. Now let's just make a variable for it. Other abilities. Where are these? Yeah. Very button. Put it at point to F, I guess. And we just go in here just so it changes from the inspector. Okay. If spam cache is not equal to null, a spam window cache not equal to null and is pressing parry, stop coroutine spam window cache. Okay, so we just restarted. Okay. So restart, reset time, already pressed, and time started. Start timer if pressed for first time. And reset and timer ends. Okay. Well, it should be functioning fine. Maybe it was the as a spam test, like the timer for the window timer, like it was very short. Like the time between presses, like I wasn't checking the time between presses properly. Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah, it's working now. So now I'm spamming it and it's returning true. And once I stop, it just returns to false. You could actually make it a lot bigger, like the spam window, but I can sort of still spam it. So if we go to the player, actually, hold on. And if I go in here, let me just close all of these. Parry button reset time, just make it like 2.75 seconds. Something balanced, I guess. Now, if I go and try to spam the parry, he will damage me. Yep, I was spamming and he damaged me. But if I press just at the right time, okay, let me let me make the window a little bit bigger. Hold on, like the parry window. Where is it? Parry time. Let me just make it like 0.75 seconds, I guess. 0.75. So now, here we go. Takes a while for it to continue. Now, because of the parry window. Well, I kind of spammed it once he started. Well, I mean, he just... okay. But yeah, I cannot spam it. And yeah, that's That's it. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, we got the Parium working, and we can now go check it off. The Trello playlist. Now let's just play around a little bit, see how that feels. Let's just add a couple of enemies and see how they all behave with each other. And let me just save. Save. Not saving for some reason. File save. Oh, I think because I'm in the beat then. Okay. And if I just commit this very quickly. Fire spam. Perfect. Yeah. Let me make a couple of bashers. And a couple of brawlers over this side. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that feels. I mean, you could kill them really easily, actually. Yeah. Oh. The object of transform has been destroyed and is still trying to access it. Okay, but where? Alright, you know what? Got a better solution than destroying the objects. What if we just set them to just disable them and delay the destroy? Hold on. If I go into light, enemy light, if I just do this, hold on. It is alive. Destroy, and just delayed by like 1 second. So it actually gets cleaned from the memory. And then we just set to the game object was set active to false. This way, I hope this would make it like this way. I cannot talk anymore for some reason. This way we should avoid any null references when an object is destroyed. Oh! I could still dash when I'm getting damaged. Okay, so that's kind of an issue. And okay, this destroy objects stuff is causing all sorts of problems. If we disable the object, we cannot start any coroutines, even though we disabled the object, so all the script should stop executing. That's kind of messed up, you know. I don't know what to do here. So I don't think, yeah, setting it to disabling the activity of the game object doesn't seem like the best solution. Well, we'll fix it all later. We'll fix it later. The only thing that I don't like so far about it is that it doesn't feel snappy. But the Oh, I still have the delay. Oh, yeah. I forgot to turn off the delay. I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, this should not cause us much problems. Like, will it crash the game? It doesn't actually crash the game. Like, the game can still function fine. Yes, I guess I could just simply ignore these. Like, it's still trying to access it, but it has been destroyed. Like, the game will not crash because of these. And I don't think there's much I could do about it. It doesn't. So one, hold on. Okay, one note that was something that I noted that I don't actually kill the enemies every time I dash into them. So I assume that's because of this box here, the dashing box. So I just need to make it a little bit bigger. Where is it? Just make its height a bit higher. Just make it a bit wider. And just move it a little bit to this side. Here. And for one more thing is the spam reset is just a bit too big. So let's just make it a bit 4.5. I kind of like this. Yeah, I'm starting to find enjoyment from this. Like before I'm just too OP. That's the problem. I feel too OP in this game. And I can't really keep dashing around. I don't know. We're starting to get it. Starting to get the hang of this. Like, yeah, see, sometimes it doesn't actually. Hello, let me turn on the gizmos real quickly. Like, yeah, this time, for example. Like, is it too fast? Yeah, like, I went through it, like, I did not detect him for some reason. Maybe it is too fast, going too fast, and, like, in between frames, it's not detecting the... Okay, hold on. If I go into the dash script, where do I call it a fixed update or an update? Damage enemies in path. No, I call it an update. So what do we do here in this case? I don't know, make the X bigger and just go into here. Let's make the Y a bit a little smaller. Still happening, but am I reaching the end of... Hold on. Let me just get close as much as possible. Yeah, I think I know what's the problem. Yeah, it's not that we're not detecting them, just... Or maybe... I'm not sure. I actually need to make a screen recording of this problem and see it in slow motion so I could understand if I'm actually going through it or am I not. Okay, let me make the enemies a bit stronger. Now let me just go in here. Just lower the time for them to just make their detection range higher and yeah. فعلا.
شفت ايبادي من عند المصلح هلا ماشي حاله
والله
غير لي شاشته.
what machines?
لا
That's my cousin, by the way. Okay. So we have 1 more minute. We'll just make the enemies stronger and bounce. I really need to go. Just max hit points, That's the... Okay, follow target. Detection range, just make it a bit higher. And tracking range, just much higher. The guard, the attack, damage, range, just really high. Actually, no, keep it as it is, but reduce the delay. Just make it like 0.15. After attack delay, just keep it as it is. And for the brawler, same stuff, actually. Oh, hold on, let's make him as well. Let's make him faster. States, follow target. agent speed. Just make it like 2.5, double the speed almost. And we don't really care much about the Pro right now. Let's just try the dashers real quickly. Oh fuck. Let me turn off Piggy's moves. Okay, oh. Okay, it's getting more fun. Hold on. I see what's going on. I'm still trying to enter the transform, even though I am in the parry state. But yeah. I can see this being fun, actually. Yeah, good results, good results. Good stuff. Right, this is actually starting to get fun. But yeah, this is it for today, unfortunately. I was gonna stream a lot more longer, but it is what it is. So yeah, have a nice day, everyone, and thanks for everyone who dropped by. It was a pretty productive stream. So yeah, goodbye.